All right, what's going on, everyone? This is Courtney Rollins with the Life and Transitions Experts podcast. Here as a certified probate expert in Durham County, North Carolina, as well as a senior transition specialist, which simply means I help people deal with the house and the stuff when they are trying to navigate the probate process, or perhaps they're actually trying to help a loved one find a new place to live in a new community. And so I want to jump in because sometimes you inherit a house based on someone passing away. And a lot of people want to know what happens next, particularly in North Carolina. So again, just want to remind everyone, probate is the legal process for settling the affairs of the estate of a deceased party. If there's inheritance that needs to be transferred, or the wishes of the will need to be executed, or perhaps there's bills and things of that nature, even without a will, somehow there has to be a legal process for the affairs to be settled. And so that's now in North Carolina, property actually does not go through probate always. In North Carolina, the property is deeded over or goes into ownership based on succession laws. So if you're married or if you have kids, things of that nature, and check out other videos that I've done on state succession laws. However, there are times, it's like, for instance, if it specifically says in the will that the property needs to be distributed in a particular way, or that it needs to be sold, or it comes to find out that there's money owed on the property, so it needs to be sold. Those are some reasons why property would still go through probate, even though it doesn't necessarily have to in North Carolina. And there's many other reasons, or several other reasons, but those are some of the bigger ones. And again, I'm not an attorney or a financial advisor. I'm sharing my experience working with families and working in the probate space in Durham, North Carolina. So what happens when you inherit a house here? So again, state succession laws already shared that it's usually based on there, unless there is a will that could circumvent that, but you have to, and there are also legal remedies that you can, it's based on how the property is actually owned. So if a property is not owned by the deceased party, but it's owned by the trust, then the inside the trust dictate how that property is dealt with. So yes, that's another reason why I think trusts are such strong legal instruments. But I digress. So again, you expect to have emotional. I mean, you just lost someone who potentially is a loved one. You may have other family members that you're dealing with, that you're processing with. So we all process grief and challenges and change differently, but just know that there will be emotional distress involved, possibly, and that's something to expect, and it's perfectly okay. Again, had the house, awesome home ownership. That's what the American dream. Just make sure that you know that there will be perhaps some financial expectations, absolutely, but perhaps there may be repairs or updates you may want to do to the property. Of course, utilities, electricity, water bills, things of that nature are now your responsibility. Having the proper insurance if the property is vacated now, or if the property is tenant occupied now because you've decided to become a landlord, you need to make sure you have the proper type of insurance on there. And there's, several other, tons of other financial expectations that will come on. So make sure that you're prepared for that. Also, again, even though the property still is deeded, or not deeded, but you inherit the property. If the past owner has liens or encumbrances, make sure that you may become aware of that, and it may be a challenge when you go to sell the property, because those liens will have to be taken care of. So that's something to consider, and you could do a title search to find out how much is owed on there. Usually title search is about $150 to $300, $400, depending on all the work involved in the place that you go. But if you're looking for a service like State Pro Service, I definitely recommend you check out folks who are full service providers when it comes to helping you and supporting you in the probate process, and particularly when it comes to the house and the stuff in the property. So there are tons of amazing folks out there who can present themselves as cash buyers, as well as helping you determine some of the costs and repairs. Just weigh some of your options with this new home ownership status that you've just acquired. Love for you to check us out. State Pro Service. Sign up for free conversation and consultation. Matter of fact, I don't ever get paid until well, basically through my other relationships with the services that I provide. But yeah, would love to chat with you about that. Check us out. And if you are watching this on YouTube or listening on Spotify or Apple, I'd love for you to hit a like, leave a comment, tell us what you're thinking. Would love for that engagement, and chat with you next time. All right, till then, rise and tides, it lifts all sails.